Alright guys, so I'm going to talk about something. I was actually already started talking about this topic, but I recorded it on my camera, and I realized that I have the MacBook Air, and I guess for some reason it doesn't have an SD card slot for the little card to go into the computer and upload the footage. So therefore, I am going to just start this whole topic over. It was only like 3 minutes anyways, because then the camera decided to die. So I'm like, okay, even though I thought I charged it. So what I wanted to talk about today was a few things. So one, I want to talk about this book that I've been reading. It's actually a self-help book, and it's called You Are a Badass. I'm sure a lot of you have read it. It's by Jen Sincero. I believe that's how you say her name. It's really good. It's not that big of a book. I haven't finished it yet, so I can't give a review on it. What I can say so far is that I really like it. And one of the reasons that I wanted to, one of the reasons I actually picked this book up was a friend was reading it on Instagram. She was reading it, and then I believe she posted on Instagram, on her Instagram story, some of the, quotes from the book in it, when you read the book. So, when you read the book, you'll see, little quotes at the end, and some of them say things, like, if you want to live a life you've never lived, you have to do things you've never done. So, stuff like that, and that, so that interested me in wanting to read the book. I was like, oh, I like those quotes. Maybe this will be a good book to read. And I've actually read another self-help book before for my anxiety that actually I got recommended here on YouTube from Megan Lee, who was formerly known as Chabelle XO, or is still, but changed her YouTube name to her real name, Megan Lee. So I read that, and that was really good. I believe I got that at Barnes & Noble. I don't remember how much that one was. It maybe no more than $15. This one I got at Target. It was $12 and some change, but it's a really good book. So a lot of things that people think of when they think of self-help or what's going on now, I feel like, is that a lot of people are talking about, your energy, and that we give off energy to other people, and that other people give us off energy, and based on the energy around us, we absorb that energy. And also another thing is crystals. People wear crystals, or they meditate with crystals. What I'm finding, that's what a lot of people are doing, and that helps bring in good energy and release bad energy. Now, I don't know a lot about this topic, so I'm not going to say, this is just a little disclaimer. I'm no way near a professional of, I don't know if you want to call it meditation, self-help, coaching, none of that. I don't really know a lot about, I don't even know how, the terminology yet, but I would love to learn it. So if you guys have any YouTube channels that you recommend for this, I watch PB Bunny a lot. I watch her vlogs, and she does a lot and talks a lot about crystals, that her mom actually makes those bracelets, and I'm actually really looking and researching into ordering a few of them. Also, I've seen other people have actual crystals that they use, and they meditate with them, and they wash them off after the day or so, and then they recharge them. And when I heard about recharging your crystals, I was like, what does that mean? So I believe what I took from it, from, like I said, a video that I watched, was when you recharge your crystals is you wash your crystals, and the way that the YouTube video did it was she just washed them out of the sink with water, and she left them either in the sunlight on a windowsill to catch the sunlight, or she left them on the windowsill to catch the moonlight. And I guess that's how she was recharging her crystals. I don't know if I want to go as far as that. I really like the bracelets, though. I think that's a good idea, and if that's going to bring off some great energy, then why not? We could all use, positive energy. Another thing I really like about self-help books, personally, is, the positive energy that I receive from when I'm reading the books. It makes me feel good. It makes me feel happy. It makes me feel determined. It makes me feel motivated. So I'm really liking that a lot. I know, like I said, I haven't read the whole thing yet, but just the little part that I have read is very motivating. It makes you feel, I don't know what that was. It makes you feel, like I said, determined, motivated, ready to take on a new leaf, whatever the case may be. I really want to learn more about this. Not just about I don't really think I want to do the meditation part, personally. I really want to learn more of, the, psychology with self-help. I really want to learn more about, just a lot more on the topic of, how what good and bad energy does to your body, mentally, physically, and emotionally. So if anybody has any tips or any channels I can watch or any books I can read, please let me know, because I'm very interested in this. Like I said, I am no way near a professional. I have no idea what I'm talking about. This is all new to me, but it's very interesting, and that's kind of why I wanted to talk about it. If you guys kind of wanted to experience the same thing, then this would be a great book to pick up. Or like I said, The Power of Now is a great book. That helped a lot with my anxiety. I don't know if this will so much. This kind of just seems like it's a book about how to take control of your life and how to put your mind in the mindset of things that you want and how to achieve those things you want. And I believe from what I've been reading so far, that has to do with the type of vibration you're on, the frequency. That also has to do with the mindset that you have, and if you have a mindset as if you have a subconscious mindset and a conscious mindset, and based on whichever one is what you will achieve. So one of the things that I read last night in the book, let me see if I could just find a short little tidbit to kind of tell you what I'm explaining here. Maybe I can explain it in better terms, because like I said, I'm nowhere near a professional. I just find this really interesting. And books don't really interest me, so this is like really great that I'm interested in something like this. It's an amazing topic. I would love to read more of these type of books, so I just wanted to find something in here really quick. And it was a lot about your subconscious mind. So one of the things was, let me just see, let's see. Okay, so this one of the quotes in here is that what I'm thinking of is, so we have a conscious mind and a subconscious mind. We've learned that from psychology classes that we've taken, just general psychology classes. Like I said, I am in nursing school, or going to school for nursing, I should say. I'm not actually in the program yet. So I am going to school for nursing and doing prereqs, and you do have to take a psychology class, and that's when they talk about all parts of the mind, REM sleep, all that stuff. Everything from your frontal lobe, central lobe, whatever. So, like I said, I'm not an expert in this at all, so if I am making mistakes, please let me know, leave them down in the comment below. But what one of the things says here is that you will have a conscious mind and a subconscious mind, and your conscious mind is how we see things, and your subconscious mind is, I believe, if I'm saying this right, I have a great quote here, so I don't want to lose it, but I just want to see, so we as humans have a conscious mind, and then we have a subconscious mind. Like I said, most of the time we are only using our conscious mind to process the information that we learn. That's where our conscious mind comes from. And our subconscious mind is subconscious mind. So our subconscious mind pretty much is where we store all our information. It's where we have our feelings, we have our instincts. That's where we get all that from, is our subconscious mind, is what I'm reading here. Now, a good quote in the book. A good quote in the book here says, which pretty much explains what I'm talking about, as if saying, like, you have to set your mind to it, or is when people say set your mind to it, and what I'm talking about self-motivation and everything like that is right here. It says, no matter what you say you want, if you've got an underlying subconscious belief that it's going to cause you pain or it isn't available to you, you either A, won't let yourself have it, or B, you will let yourself have it, but you'll be real bleeped up about it, and then you'll go off and lose it anyway. So what I take from that is a lot of things, actually, because if you think about it, we all desire something, we all want something. And my understanding is that, okay, so say, for instance, me right now, I'm taking a 5-week summer class. It's really short, it's really draining, it's really hard because I'm doing it online, and it's really, I forget the word that the teacher used, accelerated. It's really accelerated. So it's like boom, 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 boom. every day you have to be on math, or every other day you have to do math. You have a test every week. We have a final coming up. Like, it's hard. You cannot slack off. Like, you have to get all your topics done. You only have 5 weeks. It's quick. And then we go into the fall semester, which is obviously a longer period of time. So what I was thinking from what I'm trying to take from this book is, because I'm so stressed out about, example, this math class, I've been talking to my sister and my mom, and I'm like, I really don't think I'm going to pass this math class. It's really hard. Yes, I'm getting good grades right now, but I feel like when I take the final, I'm going to flunk it. So one of the things my sister was saying to me was, and she is actually a psychology major. She has, correct me if I'm wrong, Christina, if you're watching this video, but she has a bachelor's in social work. No, she has a bachelor's in psychology and a master's in social work. I'm not sure. It might be the other way around. But so when I do things, like when I like to talk about psychology, we go back and forth and we talk about it a lot. We have a lot of like discussions on the phone about it. She actually lives in California. Jealous. But that's besides the point. So we have a lot of FaceTime discussions or a lot of discussions over the phone about it. So we talk a lot over the phone about it and what kind of my thoughts are. And because she studied psychology, what her thoughts are. And I'll get a little bit more into that in a minute. So what I was telling them was, I feel like I'm going to fail the class. I feel like I'm not going to do well. I'm not going to remember the answers. I'm not going to remember the formulas to find the answers. And she says, if you think that way, your mind is going to be in that mindset and you are going to fail because you're thinking so much that you're going to fail, you end up failing. So, and that's kind of what this is saying is, if you believe that something is going to cause you pain or isn't available to you, you either won't have it or you'll get it and then you'll eventually lose it. So it could be as if like, okay, like I know I'm not going to pass this math class, so I do all the stuff, I'm understanding it eventually, and I take all the tests and then I get to the final, and because I'm thinking so negatively, I end up failing the final. As if I think, okay, you know what, I know it's hard, I'm going to study more, I'm going to get a tutor, I'm going to stay after, I'm going to do whatever I can to pass this math class. I have that mindset, I want it, I see the goal right in front of me, and then what happens is your mind says, like you believe in your subconscious that you can have it, and then eventually you achieve it. That's what my understanding is. If somebody has a different understanding, I'd love to hear about it, but that's what my understanding is. So it's really hard, because especially when you're stressed out, you feel like you're failing, you feel like there's no way out of your situation. It's really hard to make your mind believe that you can do it because you feel like you can't. So this is one of the reasons why I picked up this book, and that's pretty much what my sister was explaining to me, is that's a very negative mindset, and when you want something, you're never going to achieve it with a negative mindset. You're going to achieve it with a positive mindset. And I know that might be self-explanatory to some people, but some people that don't have the willpower to push away the negative, which is me personally, I get very stressed out. I get very anxious. I think of the negatives. I overthink everything. It's really hard to just push that bad energy, I guess you could say in this example, out and bring in the positive energy is, I'm going to pass. I'm going to get into this next class. I'm going to be able to do this. I can do it. Like, then you will do it. Now, that's not saying that it's if you have a bigger goal, like, I'm going to be a millionaire. Like, yeah, you could eventually be a millionaire with the mindset, to start a small business, to gain more followers, to write a book. Though you can achieve whatever you want, but make sure it's realistic at first. My goals I like to write down. So I have a list on my phone, actually. I'm going to cover this because you could probably see my school name, but I have a list on my phone here that I write, and they're not big goals, they're just small goals, and I keep it in my phone, and I check it off once I reach that goal. So let me see if I can find it. I'm still waiting for my doctor to call me. She has not called me, so this is very annoying. But so this is my goal list. So, sorry, I'm just texting my Oh my God. Okay. Enough of that. Let me get out of that. All right. So let me go to my notes. So right here in my notes, this is my note page, and this is where I keep my list of things. I know you can't see it. I'm going to read it off. I just don't want you to, like, see any of my phone stuff on the back because it has, like, my school name. But this is, like, my list of things, and so we're going to read it really quick. Just short things. They're, like, 2 words each. And this is kind of what I look forward to, and these are my little goals in life. I also have some bigger ones on here, but these are my goals, and once I hit them, I check them off. And that's kind of how that's how I'm personally kind of trying to start getting a positive mindset because, like I said, my mind is always negative. And that's not really my fault. That's just something that comes with anxiety, and I'm sure a lot of you experience that as well. So some of the goals I have is to have a German Shepherd, pass my math class, become a nurse, end up working in the NICU, have the perfect engagement ring, take lots of photos, end up having a daughter and a son, get a white fluffy chair, have a white and gold room, have a beauty room, which I actually did have before, but then ended up having to move. But it was just a vanity in a room with, like, lights and stuff, but I really want an actual beauty room. And, get a wedding dress from my favorite wedding dress store, and to eventually become a big YouTuber. Now, those aren't unrealistic goals. You can achieve those goals easily. I'm not saying I want to own a private jet. I'm not saying right now that I want to live in the Hamptons. Like, I'm just doing small things that I know that I can achieve, because if I start with those small things and I can achieve them and I can check them off the list, then I know I can go for bigger things once I get that positive mindset. So that's kind of what I just wanted to talk about today really quickly, is just, have a positive mindset, bring in good energy, release bad energy. I would like to talk more on this topic once I learn a little bit more about the book. I'd also like to do a book review if you guys were interested in. And if you had any questions, you had anything that, I might not have been correct on, or maybe there's some more information on what I was speaking of that you guys think that might be helpful for me, I would love to read into it or listen to your input. And just be kind. Don't leave any bad comments, please, because like I said, I still have some learning to do on this, but it is very interesting to me, and it is something that I would love to be more involved in. So like I said, if you have any tips for me on how to do that, or what you think that I would think was interesting based on what I have talked about today, then please leave it down in the comments below, subscribe to my channel, and like the video. Thank you so much. Bye. So if you guys have anything else that you think I would be interested in, don't be afraid to leave it down in the comments below. My nose is so itchy. Oh my God. So if you guys have anything else that you think I would be interested in based on the topics that I just talked about today, or the topic, I should say, that I talked about today, you could just leave it in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video. I'll talk to you in my next one. Bye.